English writing skills, punctuation marks, Lesson 9. In this lesson, we'll talk about the ellipsis. I'll explain how it's used to show an omission or a pause in a dialogue. We'll also take a look at the ampersand. I'll show you how this punctuation mark is used to represent the word and in titles and informal texting. Finally, we'll make time for a review of all the punctuation marks we've learned in this series.
Hello everyone, this is our last lesson on punctuation marks, and there are still two punctuation marks that I'd like to talk about. You may not see them as often as a comma, but you will see them and you may wonder about them. So let's talk about them. Let me show you the first. Jennifer likely chose the topic of magic because, and I want you to complete the thought. I didn't finish the sentence. It's incomplete. Words are missing, and I want you to come up with those words. What did I use? Dot, dot, dot. You can say dot, 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 but the actual name of this punctuation mark is an ellipsis, or plural ellipses. We use an ellipsis to show there's an omission. We left out some words. Okay? This could be because it's a sentence completion. I want you, the student, to complete my sentence. Or in a long quotation, someone might leave out some words because for that particular writing, all of the words of the long quote are not necessary. Okay? In dialogue, like a screenplay, a play script, they might use an ellipsis to indicate a pause in speaking. But in general, we use an ellipsis to show that words are missing. Something is incomplete. Well, I chose the topic of magic for this series because it is an interesting topic, but it's a very broad one, and it allowed me to address magic in different ways, different kinds of magic, from magicians who perform in Las Vegas to movies about special abilities like telekinesis. Whether it's real, whether it's all an illusion, it's still interesting and entertaining. So that's why I chose the topic of magic. But now, let's talk about that other punctuation mark. Let's say a new store just opened in your town, and the name of the store is Magic and More. Would you want to visit that store? Wouldn't you be a little curious to see what they sold? Picture the sign, the store sign, Magic and More. Can you see it written? How do you picture it? It could look like this. Magic and More. This is a punctuation mark called an ampersand. Right? We don't often write it because it's a little complex, and if you're going fast it could look very sloppy. But it's something you'll see in texting when people want to write but they're trying to be as quick as possible and as concise as possible, so they use the ampersand to represent and. But in titles of companies, stores, and the like, you will see the ampersand used. In this series, we've covered a lot about punctuation. We've covered commas, hyphens, quotation marks, colons, dot, dot, dot. We've covered a lot. So now it's time to review. Let's try this. I'll show you a punctuation mark and you name it.
Question mark. Period. Exclamation point. Comma. Apostrophe. Semicolon. Colon. Parentheses. Dash. Hyphen. Quotation marks. Ellipsis. Ampersand. This is the end of part 1. Please go on to the next part of this lesson. We'll have more review and practice of all the punctuation marks. Please visit my website today at www.englishwithjennifer.com. You'll find study tips, interactive exercises, vocabulary videos, and more.